Hey guys, welcome to Pages with Sidra. Today we are going to start chapter 628 of I Have 90 Billion Licking Gold Coins. If you haven't watched the previous chapters, make sure to check them out on my channel. Now, without any delay, let's dive into the chapter. Chapter 1080, Su Leilei's Full Score. Chen Yuan and Su Leilei walked into a bedroom. Chen Yuan quietly shut the door behind them. Now, there were only the two of them in the room. The atmosphere turned slightly intimate. Su Leilei could even feel Chen Yuan's breath on the tip of her nose. Her heart started pounding wildly. It felt like her pulse was racing, her blood was boiling, and a fire had been ignited deep inside her. Can you imagine the feeling of a devoted simp who spent an entire year madly in love, suddenly receiving special attention from their beloved? Excited, overwhelmed, speechless. That's exactly how Su Leilei felt in this moment. This man standing before her, he wasn't just anyone. He was surrounded by an unmatched aura. The global spotlight was always on him. He was the idol of billions across Earth. And now, he was alone with her in the same room. It felt like a lifelong dream was finally about to come true. This time, Su Leilei didn't hesitate. She threw her arms around Chen Yuan's waist and hugged him tightly. I know I'm about to die. Thank you, Chen Yuan. Please, don't push me away. Just let me hold you for a while, okay? I know everything that's happening now. It's my own doing. You warned us not to buy the super soldier serum, but I didn't listen. I secretly went ahead with it anyway. I even sold my house, mortgaged all my assets, and used my position at the charity foundation to get a 20 million loan from the bank. That's how I scraped together enough to buy the serum. I probably can't pay the loan back, but I want you to know, I never took a single penny from the CY Charity Foundation. I just didn't want you to think I was some shallow woman who would do anything for money. Even though, I really do care about appearances and status. I guess I just hoped you'd remember me with at least a little dignity. From the very first day we met, I gave off the impression of being materialistic. I regret that a lot. No matter how hard I try now, I can't change how you see me. She lowered her head, speaking like she was talking to herself. Or maybe, she'd already let go of everything. When someone knows their death is near, things like money, fame, and vanity suddenly stop mattering. All the things we once chased so desperately turn out to be meaningless. What truly matters is living well, each and every day. Time is priceless. No amount of money can buy it back. But then Chen Yuan raised an eyebrow and spoke with a straight face. Who said you're beyond saving? Others might not be able to help, but me? He looked annoyed. After all, he was a master of medicine. And now that he had broken through to Tier 11, he was on an entirely new level of existence. Illnesses and problems that were once considered incurable were now trivial to him. He didn't even need to use enhancement points to heal Su Leilei completely. I can still be cured, she asked in disbelief. Of course, he said flatly. You think that weak virus in your body can survive against high-level genetic restructuring? Lie down. I'm going to reconstruct your genes and teach you the complete version of the cosmic guiding technique. That broken version you've been practicing, don't ever use it again. Oh, and one more thing. I'm really disappointed in you. You were broke. Why didn't you just ask me for money? You went to a bank for a loan? Are you serious? Don't you know I have so much money I literally can't spend it all? You didn't ease my burden. You added to yours instead? What were you even thinking? Chen Yuan looked like he was about to explode with frustration. Why do simps, once they grow feelings, suddenly stop taking his money? They don't just refuse to spend his wealth. They even try to earn money for him? Shameless. Why couldn't they just stay the same, bold, demanding, and unfiltered? What was the point of earning all this money if no one was going to act like they used to? Wawa. Su Leilei couldn't hold back her tears. Her eyes shimmered with emotion. Yes, Chen Yuan's words were blunt, but they were filled with care and concern. He never once treated her like an outsider. If he did, why would he be so upset about her taking a bank loan? Enough crying. Focus. Pay attention to the changes in your body, Chen Yuan said. He gently pressed his finger against her forehead. A surge of pure cosmic energy rushed into Su Leilei's body. 1 hour later, a powerful aura exploded from within her. She had successfully broken through to Tier 4, and she had mastered the full version of the cosmic guiding technique. Interestingly, though, Chen Yuan hadn't removed the genetic virus from her body, because to him, it might actually be an opportunity in disguise. As long as he performed periodic healing sessions on her body, she could grow at a rate dozens of times faster than an ordinary person. Of course, her vitality would drain much faster as well. But if she managed to break through to tier 11 before it ran out, then wouldn't everything be fine? In fact, this method of training could be duplicated. If Su Lele could do it, why not others? Theoretically, if they solved the virus stability issue, scheduled regular healing, and replenished vitality in time, every single human on Earth could become a genius. It might even push civilization itself to a higher level. Earth could produce a flood of Tier 2 life forms. Of course, current science wasn't advanced enough for that. And Qian Yuan, being only one person, didn't have the energy to train everyone. He could only pick a few and give them special focus. And of course, it would all have to be voluntary. Just as Qian Yuan was drifting into thought, a system notification rang in his mind. Su Lele, affection +1. Current affection, 100. Ding. Licking target Su Lele has reached 100 affection points. Upgraded to full score licking dog. Target has reached tier 4 and is now a premium full score licker. Reward, plus 500 enhancement points. Total enhancement points remaining, 1130. MHHH. So comfortable. It doesn't hurt anymore. I haven't felt this relaxed in a long time. Su Lele opened her eyes. Her body felt warm and powerful. Every movement was filled with strength. Chapter 1081. Qian Yuan erupts in fury. What? How is this even possible? The moment Su Lele walked out of the room, both the medicine ancestor and Yao Qingtan were completely stunned. Even Yao Qingtan's eyes were filled with disbelief. They were in complete shock. The path of cultivation is unimaginably difficult. Every breakthrough requires sacrifices most people can't even comprehend. Some people spend decades, even centuries, to move just one step forward. And despite all that effort, they still might fail in the end. But Su Lele's cultivation growth was like taking a rocket ride. She's still just a young girl, and she's already at the 4th tier? And the most outrageous part, she never even trained seriously? Medicine ancestor Tian was questioning life itself at this point. He began to wonder if his 300 years of cultivation were all a waste. He had taken pride in becoming a 5th-tier powerhouse. But now, all that pride was crushed to pieces. He couldn't believe there was such a thing as this. What happened to taking things one step at a time? Su Lele's progress felt like cheating. For the next 3 days, Qian Yuan stayed at the villa estate. It was a rare moment of peace for him. During these days, he personally taught everyone the complete version of the universal energy guiding technique. Even medicine ancestor Tian received personal guidance. As for the plan to inject the super soldier serum into the others, Qian Yuan decided to postpone it. He figured it would be best to wait until after his final showdown with Edward. And since Su Lele was the first test subject, she needed more time under observation. Time flew by. Now, only 3 days remained until Qian Yuan's scheduled battle with Edward. Just then, one of the profile pictures of his bound simp targets suddenly went dark. Ding. Bound simp target. Della Hathaway has just suffered a fatal event. System can no longer detect a life signal. Due to host's negligence, the target has died. Penalty, -100 strengthening points. Current strengthening points, 1030. The sudden system notification left Qian Yuan completely stunned. He had never imagined there would be a penalty if a bound target died. Della Hathaway. She was a world-famous celebrity. Qian Yuan had originally planned to win her over after settling his current affairs. But now she was suddenly gone. His expression turned ice cold. Ding. Bound simp target. Shin Shui has just suffered a fatal event. System can no longer detect a life signal. Penalty, -100 strengthening points. Current strengthening points, 930. Shin Shui 2. Qian Yuan's eyes turned darker as he looked at the 2 dimmed profile icons. Shin Shui was someone he had bound long ago. They'd had a fallout back then, so he never seriously tried to win her over. But he didn't hold any grudge either. He simply left her alone. Over the past year, Shin Shui had poured herself into her career. She had become vice president of Big Cat TV, director of Mengmeng Shopping, and a senior executive at CY Tech, holding 3 major positions. While many praised Zhao Yuqi's abilities, without Shin Shui's help, Zhao Yuqi's rise would never have been so fast. Thanks to Shin Shui, even though Zhao Yuqi hadn't managed Big Cat TV personally for a long time, The platform was still thriving and had now entered the global live streaming market, becoming the #1 live streaming platform in the world. Shin Shui played a crucial role in that success. And now she was dead? This can't just be a coincidence. Just then, Zhao Yuqi ran in, panic written all over her face. Chen Yuan, I just got word. Shijia's home had a gas explosion. She might already be. Her face turned ghostly pale, and before she could finish, whoosh, a bomber jet flew past in the sky above. It circled at 9,000 meters and then dropped a devastation bomb directly toward the Qian family estate. The devastation bomb's power was just below that of a nuclear warhead. Just one bomb could flatten everything in a radius of several kilometers. Even a fifth-tier powerhouse like medicine ancestor Tian wouldn't be able to stop it. Chen Yuan's rage exploded. He leapt into the sky like a cannonball. In seconds, he soared thousands of meters high and caught the 1,000-kilogram bomb with one hand. Then, he rocketed even faster toward the bomber. Boom! A massive explosion tore through the skies at over 10,000 meters. The bomber was instantly obliterated into countless fragments. But even after that, Chen Yuan's fury showed no sign of calming. If anything, it was only growing. So this is what you call a final duel in 10 days. And now you're already bombing my base? If I hadn't been here myself, what would have happened to everyone else? Just as he finished destroying the bomber, his phone rang. It was a call from Yihan. Chen Yuan, something happened in Yanjing. Yihan's voice was calm, but there was a hint of fear. What happened? I'll be there right away. It's fine now, but just earlier, over 20 gene-modified soldiers showed up near Dragon Servilla. They were fully armed and tried to launch an attack. Thankfully, Big Yellow went berserk at the perfect moment and tore all 20 of them apart. Shuang and Xiling are still in shock. No one expected Big Yellow to be so powerful. Got it. Chen Yuan hung up, absolutely livid. Trying to kill me again and again? You think I won't strike back? He had originally hoped to avoid using extreme methods. But now, some people were clearly crossing the line. Wang Kai, connect to global satellites. Use big data analysis to locate every gene-modified agent in the world. Yes, Master. However, due to data limitations, I can only locate those who have exposed themselves through smartphones or surveillance footage. Some agents may not be identified. Please understand. In the next second, a world map popped up on Chen Yuan's screen, covered with dense red dots. The distribution was sparse in China, only about 200,000. But within Duntian New City alone, there were several hundred. Chen Yuan's eyes narrowed. From his estate, hundreds of flying needles launched into the sky. Swish, swish, swish. In an instant, the needles turned into streams of light. They shot through the region, wiping out every gene-modified agent within the vicinity. Even agents hiding 100 miles away couldn't escape. The trash nearby had been cleared out. But this was only the beginning. Chen Yuan's gaze shifted toward the East Sea. That area had the highest concentration of red dots. And if he was right, that bomber earlier had flown in from the east. That's it for today's chapter recap. If you enjoyed the breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated with the latest manga, manhwa, and manhwa recaps. Got thoughts on today's chapter? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear your take on the story. See you in the next one. Until then, keep turning the pages